Right, so recently a few videos have been going viral on TikTok by a creator who found out that his business has been copied by a bunch of people. And it's not just that the business idea is being copied, basically effing about it, the way they promote it, the website, effing has been copied by a number of companies. Which, I mean, you could say, like, that's a clear example that you're doing something right, the fact that people want to copy it, but also, I can imagine it'd be very, very annoying. So the creator we're talking about today is Lucio Andriozzi. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And here we actually have the first of many videos he uploaded talking about a company copying his idea.
People are so unoriginal, it's actually fucking insane. This is the mobile bar that me and my sister own in Rhode Island, and somebody recently copied our entire business model right down to our Instagram captions, and I'm gonna expose them right now.
Right, so what I will say straight away is this idea, I don't think he came up with. Maybe he did, but I have seen things similar to this that would be at like weddings and whatnot. It's obviously this like mobile bar, like obviously these doors open, you've got the beers on draft that you can pour. Like, it is actually a really good idea. I believe he said he came up with the idea in like 2022. So I don't know if he was the first one to do it, I just know I've seen this quite a few times. But regardless of the idea itself, companies have clearly copied so much stuff about his company.
Quick backstory, our dad's an Italian immigrant, so most of our summers were spent in Italy growing up, so our entire brand is just inspiration from our childhood memories on the coast in Italy. We really want to transport our clients to Italy and make them feel like they're there. My sister's an amazing bartender and I'm a photographer, so together we make a great team. We create incredible content.
Yeah, I mean, straight away I will say, like, the marketing behind this, like, the pictures look great. Like, this is definitely something I can see people wanting at, like, a wedding, for example.
Okay, little refresher. This is our truck. It's called Bevi e Vivi. Notice the bar, what it's made out of, like the wood, the amount of space between the bar top and, like, the bottom, the white tiling. Here's our competitor, similar vibe.
Yeah, I mean, that is pretty much identical. But again, like I mentioned before, it's not actually just the service that is identical, right? With this, like, vehicle he's got here to pour the drinks. It's everything.
Here's a zoomed out version. I blurred out all of her information because she deserves absolutely zero press, but you can tell it's a very similar, almost identical truck.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I would love to know who this company is with. Let me try and figure out if I can find out. Okay, I reverse image searched it. It came up with this picture here where you can see it kind of like unblurred. I am gonna blur like the name and stuff because I can't actually find the picture itself. When I click on the link, it's either been deleted or it just goes to someone's account that doesn't show this like vehicle at all, so I don't know if it's just a customer rather than the actual company who took this picture. But yeah, as we can see, there's obviously loads of variations of this product. I mean, they're all over Google at this point, but that's not exactly the point. Like I mentioned before, it is like the whole business has been copied.
Hey, our Instagram captions, our caption, 1 week, her caption, 1 week. Then this one was really good. We posted like a graphic that said like chow, 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 chow with our logo on it. So it was like a repetitive graphic. Caption, ciao, who's excited to find out who we are? She had the same graphic with her logo a bunch of times in a row. Who's excited to find out who we are?
Yeah, I would love to see the graphic to see how similar it really is. Obviously, he's saying he's not showing it because he doesn't want to promote the company, which I get. But he's saying it's apparently the exact same picture pretty much, just with their like name instead, and then the exact same captions.
This is a video we posted the first time that we poured from the tap with the caption, that first pour feeling, sparkles. Here she goes with her first pour picked photo.
Yeah, okay, right. I mean, if you are going to do a business that is very similar to somebody else's, fair enough, right? It's very hard to have a complete original idea nowadays. But then change the marketing at least, right? Post different types of pictures, surely. Like, I get it, right? With a business like this, you're obviously going to take a picture of them, like, pouring a drink, because that's kind of the whole point of it. But the same caption and everything, like, just a bit of, like, creativity would go a long way here.
Our cocktail, her cocktail with the same little clothing pin
very similar
to keep
again.
the dehydrated fruit on the front. Check out the little box that's holding the garnishes. There's like lavender in there, then some straws, and then you can see like the little wooden stirrers with the circular top. You guessed it, we have those. We also have the same little garnish holder and we use lavender as well.
Okay, right, we get the point, right? Everything aesthetically with the product is the exact same. But it's at this point in the video where it gets a lot more ridiculous, because not only did they copy like the aesthetic of the product and maybe the product itself, although obviously that seems to be quite common, they also copied everything about the website.
And just in case you thought all those captions were a coincidence, because we did too, we actually had someone inquire with her and get her pricing and frequently asked questions, which I'm gonna read to you right now. Are there any physical limitations to where the mobile bar can be set up? Our mobile bar is electric and we are able to drive almost anywhere. We can join you outdoors or indoors as long as your entryway is wide enough to fit our truck. Steep hills and wet grass make it difficult to drive. Therefore, we will discuss a rain plan on our planning call, as well as ideal locations for us to drive and park our truck in a way that's safe for guests, employees, and the vehicle. Are there any physical limitations to where Bevy of Vivi can be set up? Our Piaggio Up is electric and we are able to drive her almost anywhere. We can join you.
Okay, yeah, so clearly copy and pasted. And he goes on to show many examples of this. I'll just scroll through, but yeah, like same stuff again. It's all just copy and pasted. And like I've mentioned before, right? If this guy just came on to video and was like, oh, they've copied our truck idea, that'd be very different. A lot of people would have the response of, well, no, like loads of people have these type of trucks. But it's not just that. It's copying everything to do with his company. So I can see 100% why he would be pissed off about this. I would be too. There's even more bits here like the what's included and the what is included in theirs, which is very similar. The what's not included in theirs, very similar again. But this ended up being the first of many videos because Lucio went on to talk about other companies have done stuff very, very similar.
This is so insane. How do you take our stuff and just copy it word for word on your website?
And this is a different company.
Word for word. Like, they didn't even switch things around. I remember sitting at the table with my sister and like coming up with frequently asked questions when we weren't even in business yet. So we had to think of like, oh, what do you think people are going to ask us? Oh, maybe this question. And then like, how would we respond to that? Like, you've got to be kidding. This actually benefits you.
Yeah, it just is pure laziness, isn't it? Especially when this should be really the easy bit, right? The hard bit of your company should actually be like providing your service and making sure it goes smoothly. Making a website and doing frequently asked questions and stuff should be the easy part of your company, but these lot are being very lazy and just completely ripping off another company. Yet again, in a different video, he goes on to show his logo compared to another company's logo who does the exact same thing, where there's obviously BV, I think it was Bevy and Vivi or something like that. And then we got another one here that's DV. Although that is Devi and Vivi, I don't fucking know. He also goes on to show the Instagram pages side by side where the captions are the exact same. Luxury mobile beverage bar, vintage, Piaggio Ape. I've definitely pronounced that wrong, haven't I? I've butchered that. And then on the copy company, they've obviously got pretty much the exact same caption, obviously just a different location. Again, more posts, which are basically identical. Ciao, 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 except their logo's in the O, and this company doesn't have their logo in the O. Here's another picture where they said, ready to find out what all the buzz is about, and they've obviously got a B here. And then there's this company saying you're just a few weeks from finding out what the buzz is all about with a B again. Like, come on, there's so many different alternatives you could have used for that caption. You didn't have to use a B. There's so many other ways of promoting your upcoming product without saying, find out what the buzz is all about. Again, this might seem repetitive, but there's just so many examples of this. This is the same company we've just been talking about here. They've got the caption saying, introducing Bevy Vivi, luxury beverage bar, links in bio, if effing you need to know, salute. And again, on the copy company, they've literally copied it word for word pretty much again. But after these videos went viral, people were saying like, oh, we need to see the timeline of this. Like, did they actually copy you? Which he then goes on to show.
A couple of you requested that the receipts come with a timeline, so I'm sorry that I didn't deliver that, but here we go. This is our About Me section on our website from September 2022. You can read it.
Okay.
And here's this lady.
And it's just launched, right? Yeah, so theirs came out in September 2022, and he's claiming that all these other ones are way after. But yeah, I've actually just found one of the companies that he mentioned in these videos, the one where it was like DV. I'm going to blur the name because he wanted it blurred in his video. I mean, stuff like this is really easy to find out with just like a reverse Google search. Obviously, he put the pictures in his videos as well, so it was really easy to find. But as we can see here, the website is still up. But what I found interesting is that the social medias are not still up. I mean, as we can see here on Instagram, it says, sorry, this page isn't available. And on Facebook, it says this content isn't available at the minute. So clearly a lot of other people found this company. I would have loved to see their response to everything with them copying like word for word the whole company, and it would have been so easily avoided, right? You could have done the truck the exact same way that you've already done, with the drinks, the same aesthetic, everything, but then just put a little bit of creativity into the marketing and your website, and jobs are good at. No one would have been able to say anything, but because of laziness, you've just potentially ruined your entire company. I mean, maybe not right if people are local and they're looking for something like this. They probably don't have a clue of what's going on TikTok with like drama and whatnot. So maybe they just wouldn't have heard about it before. But they've definitely put a stint in the company, and it, like I said before, it could have been so easily avoided. But yeah, either way, I'm going to leave the video there. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on everything that I spoke about in today's video. And until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, goodbye.